Welcome to Sitting With It, a space for reflection, emotional honesty, and the thoughts we often carry quietly within ourselves. Here we take time to explore the complexities of being human, identity, relationships, mental health, and the experiences that shape how we see ourselves and others. These reflections are not about quick answers or simple solutions. They are about learning to sit with the questions, the emotions, and the moments of understanding that come when we slow down and really look inward. This is Sitting With It. Blog Episode 1, The Many Ways We Are Seen. There's a strange contradiction in being human. We all want to be seen, and at the same time, we spend a large part of our lives trying to hide. From the moment we enter the world, we instinctively look for recognition. A baby searches a parent's face not just for comfort, but for acknowledgement. A small sign that someone notices them, understands them, connects with them. That need never really leaves us. It simply changes shape as we grow. As children, being seen often means being praised, encouraged, or recognized for doing something well. At school, it might be a teacher noticing your effort, or a friend acknowledging something unique about you. In those moments, being seen can feel validating. It tells us we matter, that we exist in someone else's awareness. But somewhere along the way, the idea of being seen becomes more complicated. As adults, we are seen in many different ways, often depending on who is looking. The version of us that our colleagues see might be professional and composed. The version our friends see might be relaxed and open. The version a partner sees might be vulnerable, affectionate, and deeply personal. And yet none of these versions fully represent the whole person. Each interaction reveals only a fraction of who we are, a carefully balanced combination of what we choose to show and what we quietly keep to ourselves. The truth is, we spend a great deal of time managing how we are seen. We present competence in professional environments because that is what is valued there. We show strength in difficult situations because we believe that is what others expect. We hide uncertainty because vulnerability can sometimes be mistaken for weakness. It is not always intentional. Often it is instinctive, a quiet form of self-protection that develops over time. Because being seen does not always feel safe. At some point in life, most people experience moments where being truly seen leads to judgment, misunderstanding, or rejection. Those experiences teach us something important, even if we do not consciously realize it at the time. They teach us that visibility can come with risk. So we learn to adapt. We share certain parts of ourselves freely while keeping others carefully guarded. We allow people to see what feels safe in that moment while protecting the parts of us that feel more fragile. In many ways, this is simply part of being human. Every person carries insecurities. Every person has aspects of themselves they feel uncertain about. Sometimes those insecurities relate to appearance. Sometimes they relate to intelligence, competence, or emotional vulnerability. Sometimes they stem from experiences that shaped how safe it feels to trust others. Because of this, the way we experience being seen can deeply affect our confidence. When someone acknowledges our strengths, our sense of self can grow stronger. When someone recognizes our effort or understands our struggles, it can feel deeply affirming. But when we feel unseen, misunderstood, or reduced to a single trait or label, the impact can be very different. Being seen only for appearance can make someone question whether their deeper qualities matter. Being overlooked intellectually can make someone doubt their abilities. Being misunderstood emotionally can leave someone feeling isolated, even in the presence of others. The most difficult experience of all might be when someone sees only what they expect to see, rather than who we truly are. We've all encountered moments like this, situations where assumptions are made before we have even had the opportunity to explain ourselves. Moments where we feel defined by a label rather than understood as a complex individual. And yet, despite these challenges, the desire to be seen never fades. What changes over time is what we begin to value. When we are younger, we often seek widespread approval. We want to be liked, accepted, recognized by as many people as possible. But as life unfolds, many of us begin to realize that true recognition rarely comes from large audiences. It comes from a small number of people who take the time to truly understand us. The difference between being noticed and being seen is subtle, but powerful. Being noticed means someone acknowledges your presence. Being seen means someone recognizes your depth. They see not only what you do, but who you are. They understand the effort behind your actions, the emotions behind your choices, and the experiences that shaped you. Those moments can feel rare, but when they happen, they are powerful. Because when someone truly sees us, it allows us to relax into our own identity. We no longer feel the need to constantly perform or protect ourselves. Instead, we feel understood. Perhaps that is why the experience of being seen can be both beautiful and intimidating at the same time. To be truly seen means allowing someone access to parts of ourselves we do not always show the world. It means accepting that we cannot control how others interpret us. It requires a level of vulnerability that many people learn to approach carefully. And yet those moments of genuine recognition are often the ones that shape us most deeply. They remind us that behind all the roles we play and the expectations we manage, there is a real person who deserves to be understood. This series explores the different ways we are seen throughout our lives, how family shapes our early identity, how society and work environments label us, how intimacy reveals parts of ourselves we rarely share, and how our children or those we influence ultimately interpret who we are. Each perspective reveals something different, and sometimes, through exploring how others see us, we begin to understand something even more important: how we see ourselves. Thank you for sitting with this reflection. If this resonated with you, you can explore more thoughts like this through the Sitting With It podcast, a space for honest conversations about identity, emotional well-being, ADHD, relationships, and the many ways we experience being human. You can follow along on social media at Sitting With It Pod. And if this reflection made you pause, think, or see something a little differently, consider sharing it with someone who might need that moment too. Until next time, take a moment, breathe, and sit with it.